Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network. Welcome back to the show. We are honored today to have our next guest, Jenessa McKray, joining us here today. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be talking about all she does as the owner of Frisco Body Contouring and, of course, weight loss from Frisco, Texas. Please welcome Jenessa to the show. How are you today?
I'm great. Thank you so much for having me.
Well, pleasure to have you here. Happy New Year. And I feel like with the new year, it's all about our health, our looks, what's going to make us feel good. And clearly you have a knack for that. You have your own business. Tell us how we can contact you.
Yes, you can. Our website is friscobodycontouring.com. And then our phone number is 469-476-1016.
Perfect. So tell us a little bit about what you do there.
We kind of do almost, if I could change the name, it'd be Ageless Wellness, just because we're not your typical med spa. We don't do Botox. We don't do fillers. We try to reverse the aging process naturally.
Mm-hmm.
Which I used to go through Botox like every 6 weeks. Now I haven't gotten it almost 10 months now.
I just did 8 months. I had it done last week just on my forehead and here, but I haven't had any filler or nothing like that. But I used to get it. I don't have time anymore with my 2 kids. But tell me about that, because a lot of people rush to that to fix the wrinkles, but there's other things we could be doing internally, right?
So many other things we can do internally, like just simply like taking really good collagen. But naturally producing the collagen of your skin. So microneedling, we have lasers that produce the collagen, simple things like that I think that we just think the automatic quick fix is what we need to do.
Beautiful. I know a little bit about your mission, obviously, and I want people to know about that. Tell us, about yourself to start, though. Let's back up a little bit, Jenessa. Where did you grow up? How did you get into this field of beauty and aesthetics and, of course, helping people from inside out?
I actually grew up in Utah.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, so I moved to Texas for a basketball scholarship and been here ever since. I just love Texas. People are just so nice and welcoming. But I always struggled with my weight. So I had these love handles that even when I was like 10 years old, I remember having them. And so it just had a damper on my self-confidence. So I'd go on these diets, I'd meal prep, I'd do this, I'd do that. And then at the end, it almost stresses you out more, where you never are able to lose the weight. I'd work out twice a day. So then I did a red light somewhere and I was like, oh my gosh, it's kind of shrinking my love handles. I think this is working. And then that's where this all started, to start a business from it all.
Wait, you said a red light?
Yeah, it was a red light.
Wow. I've heard about red light. I've heard about cool sculpting. I've heard about body contouring, all these things we're going to talk about today. So your own journey inspired you to help others, right? And you're also, we should point out, you're a nurse practitioner. Tell us a little about your education as well. So you have the education behind this as well. Not to say everyone does, because you go to different types of med spa places and not everybody has the credentials. So I also want to point that out. Could you share a little bit about your background?
Yeah, so I was a nurse practitioner. I am a nurse practitioner. I worked for a neurosurgeon for about 7 years. Wow. And it's very taxing. So that kind of led me to be like, I don't ever want to work for somebody again. I learned a lot from him. He was a great guy, but very demanding. And not to say that it's not a good thing, but it was like I needed to take my own journey, my own route to something. So that's also what inspired me to do it. So now I still work the ER part-time just to keep my skills up. But yeah.
Amazing. Well, congratulations on this. And here you are now in Frisco, Texas. And what's the exact location, by the way?
We are right across from the Star. So if anybody knows where the Star is, that's where the Jerry headquarters are at.
You mean like Dallas Star, Jerry? Okay, because again, being from New York, I'm a Dallas Cowboys fan, so I'm dying to go to Frisco. Is that what you mean? Is there a Star? What is the Star?
So the Star is like their training facility, their workout facility.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, the one that I heard moved there, which is supposed to be amazingly beautiful. So, wow, you're in a great location and beautiful real estate there, by the way, mind you.
Yes, it is gorgeous real estate. You need to come visit.
Wow. See, I've been to Irving and to Dallas to work a few years ago for a TV show, and I drove around and I got to see, and I was looking at houses, and I'm like, I want to live here. I never got a full-time job in Texas, but I kept looking at Frisco, and I was like, oh, this place is beautiful. Now, the prices are, of course, rocket. They're soaring high, but it's okay. It's a beautiful area that you're in, and it's booming, isn't it? Everyone's moving to Frisco.
Everybody's just moving to Texas, I feel like. But yeah.
Yes. All right.
Yeah. We're not actually in the Star, but we're kind of across the street, so very close.
Great. Well, in a great location. So let's
Yes.
break it down and go over, some of the services you provide. Where did you want to start?
I think that what makes us different in our niche, we call it like our brick, is that we do custom packages specific to every person. So if you come in and you're like, oh, I want M-Sculpt Neo, we'd look at you and be like, you don't really need M-Sculpt Neo. Even though M-Sculpt Neo might be our highest cost of service that like we could profit off of, it's not going to get you results. So to me, at the end of the day, it's what's going to get you results. And my staff is trained appropriately. And we stack treatments together, right? Just like going to the gym, drinking water and eating healthy. When you stack treatments, because we are a society that wants results yesterday, but if you're able to stack treatments together, you're able to get quicker results.
Okay, but I got to stop and ask, what is M-Sculpt Neo? Is M-Sculpt the thing that helps you get muscles? But this is different. I've never heard of the Neo. Explain this to me.
So M-Sculpt, they had the old M-Sculpt that just did muscles. So if you've ever done one, Neo
I've tried that.
Yeah, and to me, it's amazing. Neo has radio frequency in it. Oh. So you have a decrease in fat and an increase in muscle, both at the same time, not just building muscle.
Wow, that's something I would recommend for myself, but I'm no expert.
I would recommend that for everybody, but yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing. So again, it's friscobodycontouring.com, and I'm on the website as well. So I just clicked on the link, and I'm actually watching the machine as you go. Pretty impressive. Okay, so that's just one of the things, and that's treatment length for each one is 30 minutes. And what parts of the body can you use M-Sculpt Neo on?
You can use it on actually any body part now. They just came out with a functional medicine program, so you can even put it on your elbow, which means that it helps promote blood flow to the tissues.
Oh my gosh.
You can put it on the triceps, you can put it on the biceps, but what I love about it is that muscle is the longevity to life, right? What happens as we age, we lose muscle. So it's just for your health and wellness at the end of the day.
Would it help this area? My 7-year-old is now playing with the bottom of my arms.
Yes, it would. You can put it directly on your triceps. So what you want to do is all the way around, though. You want to do your triceps and your biceps, and then it'll strengthen it. So the radio frequency will help to tighten the skin and kill the fat cells, and then also build the muscle all at the same time.
Amazing. All right. And you also offer some virtual consultation tool. What is that?
Yeah, it helps us to kind of narrow down what people are complaining of. And so we can help to tailor their treatment plan specific to their needs.
Beautiful. All right. So we got body contouring. What other things do you do with that? And then I want to talk about the skin rejuvenation, your wellness, lifestyle. There's a lot to talk about. So what's next on the platter here? This is amazing.
One of my favorite machines, which was the first in Texas, and I think there's only one other one, is called the iCoon.
Ooh, never heard of that.
They're very popular in New York. You should actually go try it.
iCoon. What is it?
It's COONE. So what it does is it does a lymphatic drainage, but it also has a laser and a red light, but it feels like a nice, relaxing massage. And because half the time our lymphatic systems aren't working properly, and that's what helps us to eliminate fat. So once you get the lymphatic system moving, it helps to eliminate all those toxins, and people you get immediate results. So I love it. And
is that like the thing I did? I tried something like 15 years ago, but it's so out of touch. It was like to help with cellulite. It's like a suction machine. Is that what this kind of is? I'm sure a lot better.
Similar, but probably, yeah. I mean, obviously I'm going to say better, but
of course.
Probably very similar though. But yeah, it does have like a sucking motion, and it helps really well with cellulite and I mean, everything just in general. But yeah, it helps to tighten the skin, it helps to shrink the fat cells. But it also just like, I've had somebody that started using it. He's like, I sleep so well at night. Okay. He's like, usually I wake up at 5 a.m. I have to set my alarm. So.
Oh my goodness. And now for someone who wants to do that, how many sessions do you recommend about, and how long is a session?
The minimum of 6, and you can do anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour, but typically they're an hour because once you start, they're like, oh, can you fix my arm? Oh, can you do my stomach too? And then can you do the back of my leg? So by the time you know it, because you can customize the program, so you can do every single body part, and that's what I love. There's a lot of things, even like the M-Sculpt Neo or say Cool Sculpting, right? You can only put it on one specific area, where this, you can contour the entire body. Wow. And as women especially, we're our biggest critics. So they come in and they're like, I want to fix everything. So it's a tool that allows us to at least touch every single body part.
Got it. Now, are these type of treatments, you have to keep them up to see the results, or are they permanent? What is that? Because that's also where, it comes into effect. Some people say, well, if I do it, I'm going to look good, but then I have to upkeep it. I'm assuming we have to upkeep things because that's just part of life. But you tell me, you're the expert and nurse practitioner.
Yes, it is a part of life. I mean, as we age, our skin ages, right? So as we age, we lose muscle. So you do have to keep it up, but you also have to keep up your lifestyle that you're doing outside, right? So if I go and start eating donuts and everything else, yeah, I'm going to gain the weight back. That's just like if you do liposuction. But I do think maintenance is a priority to maintaining it. And that's just like going to the gym.
Got it. And then I just looked around the icon on your website. I think that's the thing that Kim Kardashian did. Is that true? She was in that tight suit that you put on?
Yeah.
All right,
I
so
know that Paris Hilton has one in her basement or in her house.
Oh my gosh.
If you look at her, she is aging backwards.
Wow, that is amazing, right? To have the funds like him. But we also, right? But it's so important. I believe self-care. Look, here's the new year, and I think self-care is super important. I tell everyone that, and people are like, well, what do you want for Christmas? I'm like, I want to look better. I want to do some type of facial laser treatment. I want to do some type of body sculpting, or the fat burning type thing, because I just feel like that's what we as women want. But not just women, which I love to hear, men too. Correct?
And are my best clients. My best clients. Because as women, we don't always want to tell people what we're doing, right? Sometimes we keep it hush hush, or, they start to lose weight and they're like, oh, you look good. All they say is thank you. Not like, oh, I'm going to Frisco Body Contour. You got to try it. My men will rave about me and I absolutely adore them.
Amazing. And then you do, I saw Venus Bliss, another machine you're using, Exion. What are those?
Venus Bliss is our, it's a 1064 laser. So it's our strongest laser we have. So those stubborn areas like love handles, or you just need a little bit extra on the stomach or the arms, we use them very frequently on. And it also has a handpiece with radio frequency that feels like a hot stone massage, and that tightens the skin so well. It works very, very well.
Oh my gosh. You really need to see someone to assess what you think they would, because a lot of these machines that you offer, they're doing a little bit of the same thing, right? So you got to find what's best for someone.
Yeah. And we do good, better, best packages because we know sometimes it can be a journey and sometimes it is expensive. And sometimes people have so much doubt, right? So it's like, if we do the good package, I can get you results, but ultimately you're going to need the better. So it gives them an opportunity to somewhere to start with. And then we also do an in-store credit back. So it's like an honor that we want you to stay with us. So depending on how much they spend, say they get $500 back off to their next package.
Wow. All right. And then, you know what? To me, seeing is believing. I urge everyone to go to the website because it's friscobodycontouring.com. And hold on. What are you on social media, by the way?
Frisco.body.contouring on Instagram.
Perfect. Because I'm looking at before and afters, and I urge people to do the same. If you go to the website right now that I'm on, wow. I'm looking at a woman's, love handles from Icon, red light, and laser lipo before and after. I can't even, and the guy, laser lipo, Balancer Pro, M Sculpt Neo, their fat is gone. Wow.
Yeah. And the cool thing is we do tirzepatide, which is the weight loss injection, right? But a lot of those people have never even had the weight loss injection. Sometimes we just put them on a small dose because it helps with inflammation, which so many people fail to remember. But yeah, a lot of them, it's just the machines itself. But obviously, if I can control their diet outside, then I know that I'm going to get them 100% results.
Wow. And ladies, at least for me, I don't know about you, but I have that little poochie pouch thing. I have 2 kids, and that's one part of my body that I can't really get rid of, that little fat in the stomach. And all the people's stomachs are looking great, but by all different means. My goodness.
So I have to ask, because you have great skin and you said you haven't done Botox, and I love to learn.
No, I just did. 2 weeks ago.
But for 8 months before that.
Could I tell you?
So what have you been taking? Is it something did you do a laser, or are you taking something like?
Well, I'm blessed.
I love to add stuff for my clients, and I think that learning is key.
Okay, well, I put makeup on today, obviously, right? I have some brown spots, but and I'll tell you, my biggest problem for me is I have deep smile jowl lines here, which I've never tried filler for. I've never tried anything, and that's like next. I'm scared, like it's sagging. I'm 46, but that's my main concern. But when it comes to my overall skin, I've been very lucky to have a good friend out here on Long Island, so it's no competition to you. Permanent Touch Cosmetics. Sharon, she's amazing, and she's been a friend of mine, and they do, since, I've been been in the public eye as a reporter, we do social media posts, and we done the, let's see, I've done M-Sculpt with her, the regular one, right? But that was a while ago. But I used to keep up more, so I haven't. I'm actually made an appointment next week to see her to get some of the skin tight done, and the, not the Venus Bliss, it's something else for my face. I forgot because she changed machines. But I've tried Morpheus before, a little too painful for me. I didn't really like it as much. But hold on. Oh, it's a BBL. It's the BBL laser.
Oh, it works really well.
So, I mean, that's what I used to do, but I haven't done it in a while, to be honest with you. And someone else is going to say something bad about this, but I shave my face. I've been shaving my face for 20-something years. People say, so I feel like I'm taking off like the dead skin. And, I do that all the time. And I feel like shaving my face like a man with a Mach 3 razor has helped me exfoliate. Again, I could be crazy. You're the expert, but that's what I do. And I drink a lot of water and coffee.
Water and coffee are key. But we have an ultra laser that's similar to the BBL where there's no downtime either, but it just a skin resurfacing. So it takes off the brown spots, which helps us age. And then you should look into M-Face.
Wow.
M-Face, that's just like the muscle building. So M-Face helps to increase the muscle on our face because that's what happens, right? Everything starts to sag.
Wait, I didn't know there's that for the face?
Yeah, it's a natural facelift. And so for me, I have even when I was I have strong jowls too. So even when I was 16, I remember this lady at Ulta was like, how did I get rid of these? She goes, stop smiling so much. And I was like, well, that's not going to happen. Yeah. So, but yeah, it's M-Face, it's radio frequency and muscle building for your face. And so it's just the natural facelift.
Oh, like this? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's in my area. And my mom was like a smoker, and unfortunately she's passed. But I feel like I have her jowls, and she had lines here from like smoking so much. But I haven't. That's like my biggest problem. I didn't even know that even exists for the face. Yeah. And I'm like, I think I'm too young for a facelift. I don't want to do anything invasive. No. But I want to try everything.
You can look at it. But I think it works.
All right. And just curious, what about the old-fashioned chemical peels? Do we still do those nowadays? Are those good for some people, or is it too harsh? Is it not?
I think it's a little too harsh when there's all these lasers that,
I heard about a CO2 laser. I mean, there's so much on the market.
There is so much on the market. It's very true. We use exosomes afterwards too. And exosomes, which a lot of people aren't familiar with, I call them like baby stem cells. They're derived from placenta and Wharton's jelly. So you put them on afterwards, and there really is no downtime to a lot of these machines afterwards.
Wow. I think that's super important to know as well. And by the way, the New Year's here. Is there any specials or promotions that you want to talk about too?
Yeah, we're offering M-Sculpt Neo for $3,600 for 6 of them right now.
Wow. All right. Well, that's awesome. That's a great deal. And let me just say, you're in a more of a warm, hot weather state, right? So at least in New York, we have the seasons. Oh, okay. But is this the time of year where more people come in, or they're more year round for you?
They're pretty much year round. We lose them a little bit in the summertime because, people are out of school with their kids and going on vacations. And then obviously November, December. But now is the time to do the lasers, because if you don't do them now, you can't do them in the summertime because you can't be in the sun for a lot of them. So
at all.
I highly suggest to start working on your face. We do laser hair removal. Yeah. So time to be in that, to do it now.
Great. Now let's talk a little bit about exosomes. What is that? What are we doing with that?
Oh, exosomes, I love exosomes. You put them on after a facial. After like microneedling or a laser, and it puts in like new regenerative skin cells into your face. So, and it helps with downtime recovery, but you're just turning over the cells.
Okay.
So these cells are derived from placenta or Wharton's jelly, very, very safe. It's after the mother's delivered. So in stem cells back in the day, you get them from yourself, right? Or from plasma. Yeah. So they're still, and especially like PRP. You know what PRP is?
Yeah, tell me, it's when they take it out through the blood, vampire facial. Explain what that is, yeah.
Yeah, so basically they take your blood out, they spin it, they get your own plasma, and then your own plasma you put on your face to help recover. At the end of the day, however old you are is how old your plasma is, right?
True.
However healthy you are is how healthy your plasma is. So to me, the new thing is exosomes, which I call them baby stem cells, only because they're derived from placenta or Wharton's jelly, and they're new stem cells. And so you put them into your face, and it helps with recovery, longevity, and it just turns over your cells.
Wait, so as the nurse, you would know, is this like stem cell therapy or no?
Not completely. I mean, similar to stem cell therapy, they usually do injections.
Yeah, so the exosomes are not being injected. They're just on
Not
this.
being injected. They're not FDA approved to be injected. They're
Okay.
just you can put them on topical because once you have those microchannels or holes into your skin, you can put them on topically and they'll soak in. And
Wow.
that is FDA approved.
Wow. Oh my
I would
gosh.
I would inject them all the time if they were FDA approved. But yeah.
Got it. All right. Well, what else? I mean, there's the whole wellness and lifestyle aspect, which I know you want to talk about as well. And I just want to let you know we have 6 minutes left in the show. So whatever you want to get in for today, I hope we have more shows, but there's so much more to what you do. I was reading about the brain tap, the contour light. There's more. So I'll let you speak.
Yeah, we can talk about brain tap. I think that's again what sets us apart from everybody else is that we know how much the subconscious and the conscious mind plays a part of your health, your wellness. Because half the time we have these thoughts embedded into our head where I just can't lose weight. I can't do it, right? So I always tell people they need to look in the mirror and say, I'm a badass bitch. And
Uh-huh.
that's kind of what brain tap does, right? It embeds these thoughts into our subconscious mind, like drink more water. I want to drink more water because our
Mm-hmm.
subconscious mind plays such a role in all of our day-to-day lives that we just
Yeah.
don't realize it.
And then what's energy bits or energy? Am I pronouncing it the wrong way?
No, no, no. Those are algae bits. So algae, chlorella, and they help to give you energy, all natural. We also use another product called Quicksilver Scientific, which I love. It They have so many good supplements, but they're liposomal, which means that they're absorbed through the mouth. And that's why half the time when we take a supplement, we don't get all of its benefits because it's in pill form. So these are all absorbed through the mouth, and you get all the potential benefits of it. And I highly recommend who's never done a liver cleanse, everybody should do a liver cleanse at least twice a year.
What is a liver cleanse? How does that even work? I never even heard of that. To be honest, I've heard of body cleanses, but liver, how do I get inside my liver and tackle
Um,
that?
Quicksilver Scientific has a really good one. We also sell one by Orthomolecular, which it targets the liver specifically because all of our livers the removes all of our toxins,
Hmm.
all of our cellular waste, and it's one of the largest organs. And so a lot of times people look at their labs and they're like, "Oh, my liver's fine." But really it needs to be cleansed at least twice a year. I would say up to 4 times a year. Because of all
Wow.
the crap we put out, right? I love to drink wine. I'm not a health freak like that. And so it's like I think that you always need to continue to cleanse your liver. But it's simple, it's easy, and all the instructions are in there.
Oh my goodness. I love hearing this. Now, when someone, by the way, there's also great testimonials, and can I just share a few that I saw on the website? This is
Yes.
someone named Henry. He says, I was very impressed with the initial results. The whole contour light process is very relaxing. I felt the technician was professional and informative. I had been wanting to try this and am convinced. Also, there's someone named Mickey Heiss out there who says, I was skeptical for sure, but knew enough about red light therapy to give the body contouring a try. I've only done one session, okay, and lost 2 inches immediately. The next day, I lost a pound. The scale hadn't budged in weeks. My clothes fit better even days later. Impressive. And this is Sharon saying that the owner, Jenessa, continues to impress with her knowledge and growing the business to accommodate all body needs. She customizes packages for your specific desired outcome using all the best machines and products. They continue to work with you through the process to ensure you get all your desired outcomes. So it's great to know that you have a great following. You have clients that I'm sure are lifetime clients that keep coming back, right?
Oh, we do. Yeah. It's always getting new clients in the door because as a small business, not a lot of people know about us. But once we get them, I mean, we just had our annual customer appreciation, which we give away free gift cards at Christmas, like anywhere from $200 to $1,000. We did a casino night. So we do blackjack and craps tables where they get funny money and they got free prizes. So I love our clients and I think that when you value them, they stay. But yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. And I was going to say that I know from my experience I love when I get those text message reminders. There's a little cocktail party I love those things and the chance to win a prize in a raffle. We love that. That's great with keeping, your promotions and marketing up. And it's a way to keep clients coming in the door. And I love that. I got to come to Frisco. It's funny because my son, who's only 10, he's a huge Dallas Cowboys fan, right? So I keep telling him I'm going to take you down there. And I know someone that knows someone that I'm like, I'm going to get you there to the training facility. So maybe I will be in Frisco one day and I'll come visit for sure, Janessa.
Yes,
But
for sure.
this is exciting stuff. All right. So, what else about Frisco body contouring do you want to add before we have to go today? Because we're almost out of time.
Um, I think that's it. You'll love my staff. My girls are very caring. I think as a business, you can't have a business without employees. And so they really run the show. I've been fired multiple times by them. So half the time I don't even have to be there. So you'll definitely love them, and they're experts in the field.
Oh my goodness, you're so funny. Okay. And when it comes to obviously the knowledge of you and your staff, clearly, you know what to do. And I love the fact that you're doing everything customizable. You can come in and you'll give your advice. You'll try something. You'll do something different for them. And here it is, a new year, everyone. It's time to get in shape. Please, for those of you in the Frisco area, reach out. Do you offer a free consultation, Jenessa, or is there a charge? Just curious.
It's a $49 consultation, and then if you decide to sign up for a package, then we waive it. But in that consultation, you get a STIQ, which is a 360 body scan. You get your body fat percentage, your lean muscle mass, every single body measurement from your arm to your leg to everything. It tells you your visceral fat, your subcutaneous fat, which is normally like $149. And then you get a lymphatic drainage for about 40 minutes as well. So
okay, that's amazing.
$49, even if you never sign up for it, is totally worth it.
Wow, you actually have that machine that does that whole body scan?
Yeah, so that people can really see the results.
What is it called again, one more time?
STYKU, STYKU.
I saw that on a Netflix documentary, I think.
Yeah.
It was called You Are What You Eat. And they had all twins doing two of the same type of, two different workouts, two different meals to see how it all compared in the end. But they were all doing that scan. And I was like, whoa, that is impressive. All right. Well, thank you so much. It's a pleasure having you here.
Thank you.
And
very nice to meet you. Thank you for having me.
Same here. FriscoBodyContouring.com. Tell us the phone number one more time. 469-476-1016. Beautiful. Thank you so much. Pleasure getting to know you, and I hope we get to speak again soon. And if we do, can I just ask a question?
Yeah.
I would love if we can pull up and share your screen maybe and see some before and after treatments for each of you, the lasers and the whatever, your machines, because seeing is believing. And I know some of you are on the podcast listening, driving, be safe. But for those that are watching the podcast, it'd be great to see or have them come back at a later date to watch it on the website. Hopefully you'll link us. And it's just great to see, because what I'm seeing on your website, I think everyone needs to see. So thank you so much.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, I have my personal before and afters too. So I think that when you actually see
that would be
the
great.
owner and the staff, then it makes a big difference.
Yep.
So
Seeing is believing. Thank you again. Have a fantastic day, and hopefully we'll chat soon. Thank you, Jenessa. Bye-bye.
Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.
They'll challenge your authority. They'll try to break your will. They'll push you to the edge of your sanity. Because that's what kids do. But this car is your territory, not theirs. Defend it. Who makes the payments? Who cleans it? Who drives it? You do. That's who. And in here, your word is law. So when you say you won't move until everyone's buckled up, you won't budge an inch until you hear that click. Never give up until they buckle up. A message from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council. For more information, visit safercar.gov/kidsbuckleup.